Live from New Bedford, ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel blog show of authenticity, inspiration, and realness, also of good times, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now, here's your host of the show. He is Big Beefy E. He is Mr. Shenanigans and the elder statesman of the Rant and Rave podcast, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977. Episode 1592. We're 8 episodes away from 1,600 episodes. I'll tell you one thing. We are nearing we are at the 2-year anniversary of our house passing inspection, which is a great feeling to have. Of course, we are trying to make the house better than it originally was, and been a challenge down the road and all that, but we are here. I want to take this time to talk to you guys for just a second here. As you know, I think the past few weeks prior to this past weekend, you know, my mood's kind of like been up and down, and there was a couple of times I was in a negative headspace for a while. Ever since I think beginning of July, it's been like, you know, there was so many things happening, and it's like, oh gosh, you know, mentally, like I said, mentally I've been through a lot, and every time I post something, and people get upset and everything else, and that's how it is, so like I don't want to be like, but to be totally honest, this past weekend was the weekend I needed to really get myself back, to be in the Eric Lima that everybody knew and loved. And that's the thing that, and as you know, despite the things that happened last month and everything else, I never gave up being who I am. I never gave up on myself. I wanted to soldier on, keep going, try to get my mind off the situations, and just go and flow, and just go and flow. And for those who, I posted some stuff, and but I want to thank everybody for giving me, especially I'm going to share this on Facebook, though, by the way. I want to thank everybody for giving me words of encouragement, encouragement words. I needed them. Not only that, though, on top of that, this past weekend, I want to thank those who I ran into. The Mendel family on Saturday, Joey, Lauren, and Carolyn, who I used to work with at Ruby Tuesday back in the day, and also my friend Donald, and seeing Mrs. Sue Gendro and her daughter Emma at the parade, at the feast yesterday. A lot of people, Gregory. I want to thank, and also I want to thank New England Ring Gladiators. You guys, all you guys that I mentioned, my cousin Shane as well, my cousin Shane, Lauren, my cousin-in-law, Lauren, my second cousin Erica. I ran into 2 Laurens, three Laurens this weekend. Lauren Mendel, Lauren Beth, who is my friend Joey's wife, who was a former co-worker at Ruby Tuesday, by the way, and my cousin-in-law, Lauren Tansey. I want to thank all of you guys that I have ran into at the Portuguese feast this week. And you guys personally have made my weekend. Like I said, there were a couple of occasions month prior, even though Wednesday Festival had a good time and everything else, I was kind of in a negative headspace because of all the situations going there. I want to thank everybody, every one of you guys there that I ran into at the feast. I want to thank everybody here on Facebook or on YouTube who's sending me, encouraging messages and everything else. I felt, I was, I thought I was going to be in a metal funk, but that has fell by the wayside. Thankfully, I'm having, a great time. It was a great, I was having a great time this past weekend, even though I didn't stay at the feast long. But I got to tell you, it's amazing to me how much of a blessing having good friends are. And like I said, I always thought seeing old friends I have not seen in months or years or something like that, always makes me feel real good. Running to them, catching up with them, hugging, giving them a hug, and it's just people are just being wonderful to me. Thank you guys so much. You don't know how much it meant to me for you guys seeing your smiling faces at the Portuguese feast. That weekend was what I needed. It was what I needed. Just going out, interacting with people, being a social butterfly, or trying to be a social butterfly, and just having a grand old time. Even though I don't drink at all, I just go there, just walk around, hopefully looking for people that I have not seen, saying hi, and all that. I want to say thank you all from the bottom of my heart. God has blessed me with people like you out there. I want to thank all my subscribers. I just say thank you. The weekend, especially to one of my friends, this past weekend was the weekend I needed to, make myself feel good and all that. Despite the heat on, Saturday was majorly hot. Sunday was not that bad, and then you got Monday was pretty. This morning was pretty hot too. It's tough to work with pants on. You're outside. Like, oh my gosh, you sweat. I'll probably lose a few pounds sweating, for goodness sakes. Anyways, like I said, again, I want to thank all of you out there. I want to thank my former Ruby co-workers, Joey, Lauren, and Carolyn. It was great seeing you guys there. I want to thank my other former co-worker, Donald Barron, that I used to work with at the mall. Great seeing you at the parade. Really proud of you that you're there. Also, Sue Gendro and his daughter and her daughter Emma. Proud of Emma. Miss New Bedford, represent our city well. Proud of you. As a friend, very proud of you. Do your thing. Sue, you got to be proud of your daughter. You guys are awesome for that. I want to thank my cousin Shane, my cousin-in-law Lauren. Also, I want to thank Erica and Nuno. You guys, you always call me fam. I'm your cousin, but it means a lot to me. You guys made my day, my weekend there. The Mendel family, who I ran into you guys this past Saturday. I know you guys try to have a good time in Foxborough, guys. It means, like I said, always seeing great friends, people that I know. It makes me feel real good. And I am very happy about that. So, I felt like Shawn Michaels when Raw was celebrating 1,000 episodes. Like, I'm feeling this. Like he always says, I'm feeling this. I am feeling this. I'm feeling this. And I felt like Gambit from Deadpool and Wolverine. Y'all don't know how long I've been waiting for this. Woo! Gonna make a name for myself over here. Just gotta love it. You just gotta love it, and just it feels real good. I mean, I could not express. I'm gonna get ready for Monday Night Raw. I could not express how words cannot express how I feel right now. Seriously, words cannot express how I feel about this right now. It is so great. It's hard to put it down on paper. Seriously, it's hard to put it down on paper or text or a Facebook post, something like that. But it is so great. I want to say thank you to all my awesome friends out there who have supported me. And I know sometimes, you don't like seeing me put negative stuff on my socials, and I can understand. It's very difficult. It's like I don't want to be taking my anger out physically. I don't want to resort to physical violence. I don't want to be in that deal. Even though I like to see fighting on TV and kung fu matches and all, and just and all that, but kung fu movies and all. But I always personally believe that sometimes writing it down or saying something about it. I know sometimes I have to admit my dad gets aggravated by it, but and he's like, don't post this, don't post that. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, I'm not no problem with that. It's just that sometimes you're frustrated. You don't know how to, you don't want to verbalize to anybody without disrespecting them. And I have done that, though I do apologize for that. So that was a difficult part. It's like you don't want to say anything. You don't want to say anything mean to them or anything like that, or anybody, because I love my family. I love my friends. You know that. I love the Lord, and I don't want to say anything. I don't like saying anything mean. I don't like saying mean things. I don't want to be a mean person, but I figured, well, listen, all that's in the past, though. Again, thank you all. This past weekend was the weekend I needed to really get my spirits up, and I felt like Shawn Michaels. Hey, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. Feeling this. I'm feeling it. So, I'm very, very happy. This past weekend, I felt great. What a way to kick off August for me. Celebrating 2 years of our house being, lead free. Let me see. In about, as it takes about 15 days, like 2 weeks from tomorrow, will be 2 years being up here, and so I will talk a little bit about that. Hopefully, I can get a video wise of upgrading my room a little bit for you guys to you guys check out what the heck is going on. I made some changes, obviously, and hopefully you like the changes I made. So, and the only thing that's going to be bothering me for the rest of the year is when the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is going to come out. When the release date. Even though, yes, the upside is I've already pre-ordered for it. That's the upside of the whole thing. Downside is I haven't found the release date for it yet. Yes, and I am aggravated. That's the only thing that aggravates me right now. But I'm not too. I shouldn't be too worried about that because I pre-ordered for it. I know I'm predicting it'll be here before the holiday season. Before the holiday season really kicks in, and that's the case. That'll be perfect timing because that would be that could be very high on everyone's Christmas list. But I'm an adult nowadays, and not a lot of gifts have been bought for me for Christmas. So it's like, yeah, I'll just try to skate on by and just feel the flow, So, I'm really excited though. I was really excited. Again, thank you all, my friends, family, people here on YouTube, my subscribers. My colleagues over at Rant and Rave, my associates over in the network community, thank you all so much. You guys made my weekend. You guys made my weekend time and time again. Really excited. Great weekend I had. Seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. Got myself a haircut. I look fresh for the Portuguese feast that I went to. And saw SummerSlam, which in about, oh boy, it's going to start right now. So thank you very much for tuning in. Until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with A Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.